So this 120 is your tempo. You can increase or decrease it, enter in a number if you like to get any tempo you want. Just be aware that that can be overridden by the tempo settings in the tab that you can do like this. So it will only be effective if there is no setting in the tab itself. So this offline is an indication that you can get playback without an internet connection. You're only going to be able to have acoustic guitar sound for that. These are internet sound fonts. They have a whole lot of choices for what sound you'll get on playback. There are various families of sound fonts available. They have pretty much the same choices, but they'll sound a little different. Those are actually sampled audio, so they sound pretty real. They're not synthesized. So you can get whatever sound makes you happy. This is just a style choice. You can have your ColorTab text shown in color or in black and white with color hints, or strictly black and white if you like the look of plain text. But the color stripes are there to remind you which color is used for which string. And that's also, of course, repeated down here in the color tab. This is a complicated function. We'll get to it in a separate video. But you can choose whether the measure bars come from the tab or from the lyrics, or whether they are fixed, and you can change the size of measures without a single measure without influencing other measures. That's a complicated function. Normally you'll just leave it like that. This is if you have sections in your tab which are a double measure bar, that will always break to a new line. So your second section here is on a new line because of that double bar. If you don't want that, if you want to save screen space, you can click this button. If it's lit up, the section lines still show as double, but they don't go to a new line. This next button does a similar thing for measures. It basically will let a measure break across and make a new line if it needs to, if it doesn't fit, rather than trying to keep the measures whole but leaving some gaps at the end of the line. So it's a space saver. If you don't care that measures are broken up, you can choose that option. This one is simple. It just hides dashes. So if you have a lot of dashes in your tab and you don't want to see them, you can just hide them like that. They have no effect anyway. They're just there for visual timing. In ASCII tab, they do nothing in ColorTab. When you have lyrics, often you'll find that the spacing doesn't match very well with the fret numbers in the tab. So these buttons, these double A's, they will let you stretch out lyrics or squeeze them together so that they better fit your tab. This J button is just it's a jump. If you have a long song and you want to go to measure 75 out of 100, you can get there in one click. It's just a quick way to jump. So that's all the buttons, with one very important exception, and it's the help button. And there is a complete documentation. It tries to explain everything. Of course, there's always more to it, and with video you can see it, and maybe that helps you to understand. But there's a detailed help file. It's always available. If you click the button, it shows. You click anywhere, it goes away. So it keeps your place wherever you were. You go back to it. So that can be very handy if you're trying to understand something in the midst of editing. You can click back and forth to the help function. Anytime you want, you can go to the website, see another video, or read something in the blog. Whatever you need is there with that link. This import music XML is a converter. It will convert music XML into ASCII tab. ColorTab wants to get ASCII text for input. If you have MuseScore, Guitar Pro, anything that can produce music XML export from tablature, it won't export staff into ASCII tab generally. Anyway, this will convert it to ASCII tab. Of course, if your program will export ASCII, then you can just do that instead. This conversion does give you some choices about whether to include measures and rests, and the resolution is a choice, whether you want it to have a lot of dashes or none at all. So you can then create a text file that ColorTab can open. So that's a complete tour of the features at the introductory level.